Hi, welcome to John's Journal of Astronomy. Today we're going to discuss how to clean a Dobsonian telescope mirrors, both the primary and secondary. Okay, so first we got to carefully remove the mirror clip cells down here in the tube. And those are unscrewed with a screwdriver. And something to know with these, this is a Meade light bridge, and when they put these on, they glue them down actually to the mirror cell. That is, they glue the mirror down to the mirror cell with sticky tabs. And so the first time you do this, you'll have to use a little bit of force to get it to come off. And when you put it back down, you definitely don't want to glue them back down, because that actually pinches the mirror or in the optics. So when you're looking through an eyepiece, then it looks it won't be a nice round pointed star. It will be oblong a little bit. And yeah, the first time I actually took out a mirror, or when I took my telescope out for the first time, that's one of the guys told me, "Hey, your stars look pinched, and I think there's a problem with your telescope." Well, that was it. It was because the mirror clip cells mirror clips were tied down too tight, and then also it was not floating free on the mirror cell. So just remember that when you do that, don't put them back on or glue them back down, and don't over tighten the mirror cell clips. Okay, I got the mirror out of the mirror cell, but I just wanted to show you how the mirror cell looks. And you can see that there's 9 dots in there, and these are the floating points of the mirror cell, and that's what the mirror rides on and floats on. And so I made a modification to this, and so what I have is just my points are actually felt point tips, and then I have this piece of plastic that I put around here. It's actually nylon plastic that I put around there that I cut out of a folder, and then I put those down so that these triangle pieces won't wiggle around, that they'll stay uniform. And so everything's uniform in there, so when the mirror lays down, then it will be able to float free symmetrically on those points. And thought I would just show you that. Okay, we're ready to clean the mirror now. The things that we need to clean the mirror are a bulb, squeeze bulb, and spray bottle, and distilled water, cotton squares, and a lint-free rag, and isopropyl alcohol. And the first thing, and dishwashing detergent. So the first thing that we need to do is you need to get the dust off the mirror. So we use our squeezy bowl. So we set up on the side, and then we get all the loose dust off. Then after we're done doing that, then we spray the mirror And that helps get the next set of dirt off. Okay, now once we've done that, set that down. Then we need to get our detergent. Okay. You get a couple, quite a few squares out. We'll use about 3 squares at a time. And then we're gonna soak those water. I'm gonna put just a little bit of detergent on. Oops. That's probably too much. So I'm gonna start over. Okay. Don't want that much detergent. Just a drop should do it like that. Then we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna pour the distilled water over the top of the mirror. And the mirror is parabolic, and so it'll be concave in the middle. So we can just pour the water freely on the mirror like that. And whoop. Ooh. Pour a little bit more on there. There we go. That's good. And then we're gonna take our cotton, and we're gonna go from the center of the mirror and then work our way out like that. And that's going to help loosen up the dirt that's on there. That's hard to get off. And then we want to get a new cotton balls, about 3, and then just go through and just lightly work from the center out, just like that. And we're just going to repeat that process several times. Let's go back. And okay. Go again. And each time it's like soaking up some of the water in that. And we're about got all of our water soaked up. So now that we're pretty much done there, we'll rinse the mirror. Now we might have to do this same thing over like 2, 3, 4 times until we're satisfied with our results. And it depends on how dirty the mirror is too. So I typically like to do this cleaning once every 2 years. So we're gonna get all our soap off. Okay, then we'll just let it drip off there. Oh, and another thing that you need to have is nitrile gloves, because you don't want to do this with just your hands. And the reason why is because your hands have oils on them, and if the oils get on the mirror, it's very difficult to get them off. And so it takes several swipes of using isopropyl alcohol to get the oily stuff off. So you want to use nitrile gloves. So now that we got all the soap off, we want to then just dab with our lint-free cloth. We just want to dab the water droplets off. So this is so that it will dry faster and it doesn't have a tendency to leave any water spots. You definitely don't want to use water from the tap because it's hard water, and that will definitely, you have a lot higher chance of getting water spots. And so now we can tilt our mirror back up, and you know, let it dry, and there might be some lint just from the air might come down and settle on the mirror, or there might be a little bit of lint from from the cotton. And so you can just while it's drying, it dries off pretty fast. Then you can just take your squeezy bulb and then just go around, and you can see the lint comes off. And then it's good. So then you can inspect it, and if you like it, then you can just keep it like that, and you're good. Now, if you have some water spots on there, for like it rained or sprinkled outside, and it sprinkled your mirror, and you ended up getting some water spots from on your mirror from that, or maybe dew just settled down on your mirror, and then you got some hard water spots on there. So those are a little bit difficult to remove with just dishwashing liquid. So it's really good to then use like a half isopropyl alcohol and half distilled water, and then just put that in on some cotton balls, and you can put like I would just spray it again lightly with your water bottle, so you got a little bit of surface water on there, and then do that mixture of half water, half isopropyl on here, and then just go on the outside like that, and just keep going around, and do that a few times, and then rinse it off, and just like we did before, and then just do the same method of damping the cloth and letting it dry. And you'll see that after a few times, it might take 2 or 3 times cycles to do it, but you'll eventually get all those hard water spots off. So take a look at that. I'm liking it. I think we're good, so I don't think we need to do anything more. I don't really have any hard water spots on there, so. Okay, now that we have the primary mirror cleaned, we want to clean the secondary. So in order to do this, we want to first unscrew all the collimation screws. We have to do it in this order because you can't unscrew the center screw to release the mirror until after you have the secondary screws out first. Okay, and now that it's loose, we want to make sure that we got to get a hold of the mirror so we don't drop it in the back. Now we can loosen that. Okay. Now it's free, and we can clean that. So it looks like it's dirty around the edges there, so I'll definitely do good to clean it off. And okay, now that we got the secondary mirror out, we can clean it. And I use a little bit different approach than I do with the primary mirror. And so using dishwashing liquid, I use 50-50 isopropyl alcohol and water, or distilled water. And so what I'll do is I just start off the same way, where I use the squeezy bulb, get all the excess dirt off. Then after I'm done doing that, then I will spray it. And then I'll grab some cotton balls and spray them down. And then the isopropyl alcohol on. And then I'll use the same method where I start from center and then go out. I don't go in a circle because I try to avoid the circular motion. You don't want circular scratches. So, and then okay, and then after I do that, then I'll just spray it off again, and then just let the water come off as much as possible. And then I'll take my lint-free rag, and then I'll just tap it like that to get the excess water off, so we don't avoid the water spots. Okay, just like that. And then we let air dry. And then if I like it, then we don't have any more to do. We're all done. So you might wonder why clean your mirrors. I know a lot of astronomers are really leery, and I was really leery about cleaning my mirrors at first too. But if you let them go too long, if you let them go like 10 years, 8-10 years, and they get really built up bad, then the longer you go, the harder it is to to clean them. And some of the spots and that are on there might not come off. Some of them etch in after a long period of time, and then you'll have to resurface your mirror. So to avoid that, I think it's good to clean them at least once every 2 years. And so it was fun to have you here today. I'm glad that you could follow this. I hope that it helps. And if you like it, please subscribe. Thanks. See you next time.